Why, hello everyone. Nemoni here again with some more Nerf news for you. We're going to start out with some less interesting stuff, and then we're going to move up to the most interesting. So first, we've got a red Adventured Force Spectrum found by Derek Bevel on Facebook. Let's have a look at this here. Wow. Not the best picture, but you know, you get to see it. So, wow, that's very interesting. Perhaps Adventure Force are going the route of what Nerf tried to do with Rival, where they tried to have coloured blasters to differentiate teams, or maybe they're just doing different coloured blasters. That would be very interesting to see. I feel like there isn't enough colour variation in blasters for people who aren't willing to paint their blasters. So this will be very interesting to see, and if they, it'll be cool to see if they expand this to other blasters in the line, and even if they do different colours, maybe blue, yellow, maybe even white for people who do want to paint their blasters. And it'll be cool to see if they do things like the Villainator and their other things. I'm not big into Adventure Force. We don't have it over here on the Green Island, but I'm sure for people who have these blasters readily available, they'll be able to find these popping up in stores soon. Next, we have I got this from Nerf News _Japan on Twitter, but apparently there are going to be new colored variations of the Alpha Strike blasters. We're getting all the different colors this year. So we've got what is the Mantis LR1, which honestly isn't the best. I'm sure for people who like shell work it's great, but it's a one-shot blaster with direct prime. You'd be better off getting a Fire Strike. And a Claw, which essentially is the same thing. I don't know if these are obviously reskins, but this looks new. Let me have a look. Oh, they are somewhat new. So this is called the Claw, and the original variation of this was called the Fang. And there are a few differences. There's the covering of this grip, which was a complaint these ones had, which the grip wasn't too terribly comfortable. This is the Wolf, which is in comparison to this, again getting the same grip treatment, but again there doesn't seem to be a whole lot different other than that grip. Again, interesting, but nothing to get super excited about. It's just a Fang and a Wolf. One of them is okay, but you could probably get better in the Zombie Strike line, and one of them is the Claw, or not the Claw, the Wolf, which is probably great for cosplayers, not a whole lot else. Next, we've got this big, huge Nerf thread from Null and Void on Twitter. He's pretty prevalent in the Nerf community for leaking this kind of thing, and we've got a huge amount of stuff. We've got the name of a new Nerf Mega XL blaster, which I covered previously, but we never got any names, just numbers. But we've got the Nerf Mega XL Big Rig for $20 US, I assume. And the Nerf Mega XL Boom Dozer. Both sounding very intense. Again, we can't really decipher a whole lot about these blasters. I saw a comment in my last video saying that proportionally to other mega packs, that the new Mega XL ammo is a lot more expensive. This could just be the new branding, or it could genuinely be a new ammo type, which I hope for. I said before that I didn't think that's what would be coming because I didn't expect all that much from Nerf. But my mind has been reoriented, and we could genuinely be getting something new. The Boom Dozer makes me think perhaps they could be, the new darts could be on the scale of Demolisher rockets, perhaps. That would be cool to see. Or like a Nerf dart to the proportion of a Demolisher rocket. But that's about the most speculation I can give you about this. It's a name. Perhaps this will be themed around a car. Perhaps both of them will be themed around some kind of vehicle. That would be interesting to see. Something like the Transformers blasters back in the day. Let's move on to the next stuff. We've got a new Nerf Ultra Blaster being leaked. We've got the Nerf Ultra Select. Honestly, not leaving a whole lot to the imagination. We could be getting another Select Fire Blaster, which it's kind of a given at that price point. It's could be a low capacity Select Fire Blaster, but you can't tell me with that name it's not going to be a Select Fire Blaster. Honestly, that's quite low for what Nerf would, what I would expect Nerf to make me pay for something like that, especially in the Ultra line. But perhaps they're being merciful with their prices, considering how we feel about Ultra in general. Maybe it hasn't been selling all that well. Next we have the Nerf Ultra pinpoint darts turning up in the Target system, so perhaps they'll be coming onto market a lot sooner than we think. Next we have the Nerf Elite 2.0 the Nerf Elite 2.0 Flip 32. This is slightly more expensive than the Flip 16 at $60, I assume. Again, I'm not totally sure, but the Flip 32 sounds very interesting. Again, it could just be a bigger version of what I thought the Flip 16 was going to be, which was a barricade, but with a flipping system like a barricade, but with a flipping system like the what was it? The Flip Fury and the Doominator. We could be seeing that kind of system coming back. But if we aren't getting that, it could just be flip clips, which isn't too terribly interesting, but it'll be handy for some people, I suppose. Again, the Nerf Elite 2.0 Flip 16 turning up on Target, as well as the Flip 8, and the Nerf Rival Helix turning up in the system as well. Now over in the green aisle we don't have Target, but it's still exciting to see these coming out on the system. Perhaps we'll be getting the Helix a lot sooner than we thought we might. And that price point isn't too terrible either. Next we've got some Dart Zone stuff. We've got the Dart Zone Tomahawk 60 motorized. This is a motorized Dart Zone blaster, which is very interesting. I don't know of any other motorized Dart Zone blasters other than the Spectrum. This could be the Rapid Strike of Dart Zone. It'd be very interesting. And 60 in its name, that's a very, very high capacity. Now I was on Reddit and I saw some stuff about it. People were discussing this whole thing, and from Ultra Travesty he brought up that Buff Daddy Nerf found a patent of the Dart Zone Spartan, which has a pretty good chance of being this Tomahawk. Just look at that. Wow. Parallel. That's parallel flywheels. That's very interesting. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not the best one to decipher what any of this means, but we can see from the enlarged barrel cavity that it's going to be a two-tier system. Perhaps that there's to switch between it, just like the turbo advance. So we could be getting a motorized turbo advance, which would be amazing. I'd love to see something like that. And huge capacity, even larger than the turbo advance, would be amazing to see. And Dart Zone Max, this is what's next. The Dart Zone Max Striker Blaster. Now, I don't know exactly what this is, but people thought this might be what Dart Zone will be using on their target. This is the short dart line for the target shelves, with DZB staying online as a premium line. I wouldn't be surprised if the Striker was a red Nexus, or a Nexus in traditional DZ blue or green colour scheme. Yeah, perhaps that's what this is. The target colour scheme for the Adventure Force Spectrum. And this could be the, like he said, the Nexus Pro. This is great. Like I said, I love having new colour schemes in the hobby for people who aren't as inclined to paint their blasters like others are. And I would love to see even more colour variation, like blue, green. We already have green for the Spectrum, but a green Dart Zone Nexus Pro. That would be amazing to see. So this is most likely the Nexus Pro. So now we've got the Dart Zone Max Dart Refill Pack for 15 USD. So it's nothing totally interesting. It's just a refill pack of short darts, and it'll be very interesting to see what these could, what color scheme they may be, or they're just going to go for the grey with the orange tips. So some very, very interesting stuff, thanks to, again, Null and Void on Twitter, and he floats around the Nerf Discords as well. So, names for the new Mega Blasters, a new Ultra Blaster, the Pinpoint Darts coming out, and Flip 32, Helix turning up, as well as the other Flip Blasters, and the Tomahawk, which I'm very excited to see. I hope it's it at that price point, it's probably going to be a steal. This is going to be a steal if it's motorized, if it's flywheel, if it is this. I'm very excited to see it. Anyway, thank you for watching. See ya.
Hey, the end is near. Get your ticket to the ultimate fair.